Hey family, how you doing? I always do that look away and they're like, surprise, oh, you're there. How are you doing tonight? I had mentioned during yesterday, I believe it was yesterday, that I was going to start a series lives that I'll be doing and reading a book review, reading with you. I'm a read with you, take all of me, and I will also include in it by Lisa Stephen. I don't know if you can see it, but I will post a link to the book if you want to get it. This is going to be, I don't know what I'm going to title this series. Like I have The Morning Rise with the Prophet, Bedtime Stories with the Prophet. Now, I'm going to go ahead and warn you all this evening that, well, not warn you, but just inform you, this book is about BDSM book, but I support this Black author, and I want to read and promote this book. You will have, if I'm going too slow or I'm not reading enough, I'm not sure how often I'm going to be doing these. Am I going to do it 3 times a week, once a week, whenever the spirit moves me to read? I am also going to be honest with you and say it's kind of a selfish thing that I'm doing. I want to get back into reading. I'm not huge on reading, anything but the Bible maybe, and even then it still is a not a challenge, but just getting back to reading. A half an hour a day or something. It's always good to just read a book, any book, read. Take some time, cut off the devices, and read. So this is more to help me to get back into reading books. If you all enjoy it, please like. I will also be posting to YouTube, so go there, like, share, subscribe to our YouTube page at The Prepper and the Prophet. I will also put the link of the post. I will post the link to buy this book on Amazon. Get the book. Support Black authors, support Black businesses, or just support my friend, okay? So I've already read a couple of pages already, and I'm just going to read a couple of pages with you. And here we go. Nighttime Stories with the Prophet. Needed to get back to her writing and heeding his sound advice. Kara, thanking him, and asked if he needed more information. Could he contact him? Could she contact him? He told her to feel free to contact him whenever she would like. Promising that she would, she took the information she had and continued with her notes. They didn't speak again for a couple of weeks until right after Father's Day. She initially was just asking how his day went after he mentioned that he had just returned from visiting his parents. However, Kara's already strong urges about her subject matter were almost on the brink of out of control. Having barely been exposed to it, though watered down Hollywood movies and having never expressed them, piqued her curiosity even more, and she told him so. Be careful what you wish for, princess. Maybe you should find a dom in RL, real life. Experience it for yourself. There are a few websites you could try to find someone, or if you would like, I could give you an online experience. The online experience sounds pretty limited, Drew. It's only limited as your mind, Cara. As long as you have an open mind, everything is possible. Or I'm sorry, it says anything is possible. I'm not sure if I want to or can have something like that with someone I barely know. Well, you wouldn't jump right into it. You would have a series of dates. I'm sure. Get to know one another. It's just like any other relationship. If there's no chemistry, no connection, there shouldn't be any relationship. Yes, I understand and feel that I need to have the experience with you. Good girl. I would be honored to bring you into the lifestyle as much as I can. Considering our distance, I have rules that I would like for you to follow. But before we begin, I want you to know that you can leave at any time. There is no bars on the windows. Do you understand? Yes, sir, she replies. Good. Now I want you to know more about you. I want to know more about you, he says. There's not too much to know. I lead a boring life. Work, home, and spending time with my closest friends. Nevertheless, I want to know it all. All of it. She sighed, smiled, started at the screen of her phone, staring at the screen of her phone. Okay, where would you like me to start? Let's get this out of the way. Are you married or currently seeing anyone? No, I've never been married and I don't currently have a boyfriend. That's good. No distractions then. You're free to do as I say. You need to also understand that I am a greedy dominant. I don't share well with others, and I would expect all other communication with other men outside of family and friends would cease. Am I clear? Yes, sir, she replies. Good girl. You look exotic. What nationality are you? I know you're American. Yes, my mom was Native American and Black. My dad was English and Black. There was a pause. My dad died 10 years ago. My mom followed 6 months later. I'm sorry. Let's talk about something else. Tell me a few things that you love. I love traveling, road trips, and visiting new places or getting reacquainted with places I've already been. I'm a big kid at times. I can be animated, or so my friends tell me. I love old cartoons. Almost every holiday, I like throwing casual dinner parties. unscented white candles, and music, movies, and books of all genres. I somewhat I'm somewhat cultured, but not as much as I would like to be. Although I love going to operas and plays, the ballet, museums, art galleries. I hate shopping for myself, but will spend a small fortune on my dwelling simply because it's my sanctuary. Oh, and I'm terrified of spiders. Laugh out loud. And what about you, Drew? What do you like? I also love all genres of music, books, and most movies. I'm lacto vegetarian. I don't know what that is. Excuse me. Get the book. But I do appreciate a good steak on occasion. I love good wine and liquor, but I don't get drunk too often. I really like to drive fast. I love extended periods of time alone. And I love being in control in everything. Shivers ran through her body, reading his words. I believe it, she answered, knowing that however long this, I mean, knowing that however long this lasts, it was going to be a hell of a ride. You mentioned hanging out with friends. Are you very outgoing? Do you have a lot of friends? I have what I call my inner circle. A group of us that hang out, but we aren't out clubbing every weekend. We have girl chats and venting sessions, dinner parties, have movie nights, potlucks at our homes. Occasionally, we might go to a concert or something big together, but some of them have families, small kids, so we're somewhat limited. What about you? Do you go out a lot? I have tons of friends, and I do enjoy going out, but truthfully, I prefer to stay home, eat a satisfying meal, listen to great music, or read a book. I love my alone time. I could go for days without speaking to anyone, not even care. Oh, and not even care. Didn't take that long. Excuse me with my, reading. Again, I don't read a lot outside of what I have to do for work. So far, that was the end of the first chapter that I read from Take All of Me by Lisa Stevens. It is, so far, my review of that first chapter and what I've read, that sounds so much like me. Sounds so much like me. I'm both Cara, or I'm not sure if she pronounces it Cara, but it's spelled C-A-R-A. So my name is Akara, so I'm going to call her Cara because I want to. And it's a person that she met online. And she's curious. She's researching her book. It sounds so much like me. Like, I have a small, it's minuscule now. I used to have a larger inner circle, but I have a small inner circle that I might hang out with. Not too long ago, I would say maybe about 5-6 years ago, 7 maybe, I had a small group of girlfriends that I'd hang out. We have dinner parties, and and we'd hang out on movie nights, and we did that. That was quite enjoyable back then. But much like the guy in the book, I enjoy my alone time. I can go days, as long as I have me good shows to watch, good book to read, food to cook, you know, I'm happy. As every now and again, you know, I might have some lonely times, you know. I've had one recently, you know, kind of reached out to somebody. I knew they wasn't going to respond. And then the other friend that I had just moved back home to up top. It wasn't, I won't go into that because it's none of y'all's business. But yeah, so far, I completely relate with what this book is talking about. So that's all I'm going to read for this evening. You all have a wonderful night's rest. And I might read on Monday when I get home about this time, about 9, 10 o'clock after I come in, decompress. And I might read with you. If you like it, please go get the book. Read it for yourself. I'm going to go slow. I'm going to go slow because as you can see, I ain't the best reader. You know, I'm not the best reader, but just bear with me as I do it more and more. The more I read to you all, the better I'll get. Thank you for your time. I hope you liked it. I'll be back. Bear with me, pray for me. I'll pray for you. Y'all have a wonderful evening. See you next time. Bye.